Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Previously, I have talked about the mistake in writing, and now I continue with how to write properly. How should we construct a good writing? Of course, you should start from the title, and then we create a framework. This framework actually consists of main idea or can be called as sub-idea which support this title. If I want to explain this title, what kind of idea or subtopic is required? In this example, my title is The Evolution of Congestion in Bandung Over Decades, based on my personal experience and opinion. So, how this framework should be? What kind of idea or subtopic should be needed in my writing that make my reader or audience understand about this evolution of congestion in Bandung over decades? Suppose I need introduction. As starting point, I need something that attract the audience. Why this issue is interesting, not only to dress, but also to read. And then, of course, about the congestion itself, how it evolves. I choose start from 80s because my knowledge start from there. And I prefer to close with conclusion. Of course, you may have different idea or opinion about what topic should be here. Now, just say I want to expand this congestion rather than combine and put everything in one paragraph. I want to expand it in a paragraph. So I will discuss the congestion in 80s, in 90s, 2000s, and 2010s separately. Now, in this case, I consider this idea as representing of paragraph. Now, I assume that I have finished designing this framework, yeah? Of course, you don't have the same opinion. You can combine some of them, or you can combine all of them, or you can even separate one of some of them. And when I consider this as a paragraph, yeah, in each separated paragraph, then they are becoming the main idea. Now, assume I have finished with this designing framework. And now we turn to how to develop each paragraph. Now, how to design a paragraph? Firstly, there can be only one idea in each paragraph. If there are more than one idea, then you should separate them. Secondly, this idea is located in the key sentence. And where is the location of this key sentence? 90% of key sentences are located in the first sentence. What about the rest? The rest can be in the second or the last. In the case of the last, it acts as a conclusion that conclude all the sentence in that paragraph. In the case of the second, then the first sentence acts as a connector to the previous paragraph. We have discussed about the key sentences. Then, what is the role of the rest of the sentences? They act as supporter that support and explain this key sentence. Now, let's start an example how to design a paragraph. Suppose I choose the fourth paragraph here to expand the congestion in Bandung in 2000s. Now, do similar thing to what you have done in designing the framework. Yeah. In designing the framework, you think what kind of idea that can support the title. Now, in the case of paragraph, you modify a little bit what kind of idea that is required to support this key sentence. So, if I want to talk about the condition in Bandung in 2000, what kind of idea that is required to make my audience understand this? Suppose the increase of gasoline price, then the construction of Pasupati, next the construction of Cipularang, and the increase of angkot cost. Wait for a minute. I think the increase of gasoline should be located together with the increase of angkot cost. Of course, you may think like that. I think like that, at least. So you can revise the order. And now, the increase of angkot cost alone and the increase of gasoline price alone together, I mean, are not enough to result in congestion. Ah, the coming of new vehicle to the street because it becomes easier to pay in installment of new motorcycle. Ah, the growth of factory outlet since the end of 90s, the factory outlet industry in Bandung start to grow. And this has attracted many tourists from the other cities. And in the end of 90s, the culinary business also start to grow. Now suppose I satisfied with these ideas and now I should check the order. Hmm, I think I should revise a little bit about the order. I think become like this. And now I'm finished with this. What should be conducted next? Now, based on that idea, I should refine the sentence and combine those ideas. Make a good and complete sentence for each of idea. And then make the sentences connected. So it becomes a flow, a good flow. And suppose after refining and connecting the sentence, I got this complete paragraph. The red text is the main idea, and the rest support this main idea. The first, because this is the starting point, I believe the growth of factory outlets in Bandung increased sharply. And then I try to connect the next sentence to this sentence. In addition to the growth of these factory outlets, so I connect them. Yeah? Bandung became much more interesting to the tourists due to the construction of Pasupati and the growth of various culinary business. Yeah, and so on. So it it have the flows. Yeah, firstly, secondly, thirdly, and so on. Of course, you may use different idea in terms of how to define and connect them. This is only one example. Now, I hope you can read this properly. Thank you.